How to give feedback to your wedding hair and makeup artist after your trial. It's just something's not hitting right, you're just not sure, there's just something you don't like. Please, if you're a bride-to-be getting married, do not be scared to give feedback to your hair and makeup artist. Be honest, you know, and be nice about it. You know, don't come at us because you're kind of justifying not going with us. It's almost like you're trying to sort of deflect it onto us. Initial response is just to like ghost us or going straight away and find another artist. Unless you had a really, really bad experience with the person, you know, like a personality thing, you don't need to do that. You don't think you're upsetting us or hurting our feelings. We need to know what you didn't like. You need to feed that back to us. Worse than seeing it on a Facebook group, which I do see quite a lot. People didn't like the hair and makeup trial for whatever reason and they're looking for another hair and makeup artist. Now, a lot of the times they're not even trying to rectify it. They're not even going back to the original artist to give them that opportunity. So one I've seen recently, for example, there was a more mature bride. She didn't want powder, she didn't like the feeling of powder on her skin, and she thought she had to have powder for the makeup to last all day. First thing I would say is speak to the makeup artist. 9 times out of 10 they'll fix that for you. Then to them with those concerns, feed that back to them, not into a Facebook group. And the good thing was a lot of people were saying that. A lot of people did respond. A lot of makeup artists in the back of that said, right, you know, go back and speak to your makeup artist, they'll fix it for you. There was some though straight away that started, well, I wouldn't do this now, I wouldn't do that. And you know, give the original makeup artist that opportunity to fix that. If they can't do it, you know, which I don't understand why they wouldn't, you know, if you don't want powder, they can't make you have powder. They can't force it on you. There's other ways of setting makeup without lots of powder, you know, there's ways of doing it. If they can't, that's fair enough, then find another artist. But feed it back to us. We're the ones that need to know. Don't worry about upsetting us or hurting our feelings. And I've had a personal experience of this. She arrived at the trial. She was okay. I felt she was a wee bit off, but it was fine. And at the end of it, she wasn't sure. But she said it was, you know, that's it. And we made a few changes. And she was like, oh yeah, you know. And I knew though, I can tell, like any makeup artist, hairstylists will tell you, we know when you don't like it. We know. We just know. And then I think it was like the next day, and I'd got an email, and the email was almost quite. It was quite short, and it was almost like it's all my fault kind of thing, you know, just something off with it. And I went back and I understand, I could tell you didn't, you know, you weren't loving it, and you've got to love it. That's the end of it. She wanted more, she didn't want natural makeup, and I do natural makeup. I think she maybe thought she did, but when she seen it, she didn't. And then once she was like that, she couldn't have been nicer. Almost like an initial reaction was to kind of like, it's almost justifying why you're not going with us, and it's almost like, well, because you've done this or I didn't like that, a bit like short. But once you realise I'm not offended and I want you to be happy, I don't care if you don't go with me, you've got to be happy, it's your wedding day, I'm not going to make you go with me. So I think it's, don't be defensive about it. Be honest, just give that feedback. If they can't fix it for you, if you feel like they're not going to do what you want, that's fair enough, find somebody else. But give us that feedback, because if you're not coming back to us, we don't know. And if it is something on our behalf, you know, maybe if we're not getting something right, whatever it is, we need to know as well. What are we not getting right? We just want you to be happy. Regardless of who you choose, we want you to be happy.